Benzema versus Lewandowski.
Both attacks.
Who do you think wins the Golden Boot?
For the fact that Benzema also likes to help Vinicius with his assists, he doesn't always play out and out 9 throughout. You get me? But Lewandowski is the target man, for Barcelona. So I think maybe Lewandowski might edge Benzema in the race for Golden Boot.
So yeah, this Pogba thing is actually quite crazy. Like, we're seeing an African magic plot play out on the big stage.
It's weird, right? We're seeing a replay of like the Emmanuel Adebayor witchcraft gist. And it's just annoying because now this is the second prominent black player that's coming out and is having, that's being linked with witch doctors and things. So it's just off.
Remember when Ibrahimovic and Lukaku had the fight and Ibrahimovic alluded to some witchcraft kind of things? Like, this is why these things are going to keep happening and we're going to keep hearing stories like this. But just for the viewers, maybe we should give you a quick rundown of the situation if you haven't heard about it. So as far as we know, this story dates back to January this year. That was the first time something happened.
Came out,
in January, apparently, Paul Pogba kicked out a friend that was living with him. I don't know, for reasons that are undisclosed to us at the moment. And this friend went on to steal £200,000 from Paul Pogba in retaliation to that. So that happened in January. A few months down the line, March, this is all still during the Premier League season. I think Pogba is going through his injury problems during this period. In March, we find out that while he was on international break in France, he was abducted by a group of men who we now come to believe that these were former childhood friends, and his brother was in on this plot. And the reason we are hearing about this now is because now in August, his brother has come out with an explosive tale on social media. He released a video in French, English, Spanish, and Italian. So anybody that knows Paul Pogba can understand this video.
Bruh.
I'm surprised he didn't do this in an African language for us, but no peace. So yeah, in this video, he's threatening to release an exclusive expose on his brother, and as in, I'm struggling to get this stuff, but apparently...
But the source of the gist...
The gist that we're hearing is that Paul Pogba might have gone to source a babalawo in some parts of Guinea to lay a curse on French teammate Kylian Mbappe. I don't know.
It's sick on so many fronts. I think that what makes me sick about the matter the most is the fact that his brother, Matthias, who has featured prominently in many pictures that you see of Paul Pogba and his family on Twitter, you see Matthias there. There's a particular picture of Matthias and Pogba kissing the World Cup trophy that France won that year. So it's crazy that he's in on this. He's also blackmailing his brother for about 13 million euros.
13 million euros.
Apparently
the 13 million euros, the reason they asked for it initially was for payments for protection that they've been offering Pogba discreetly. Protection he didn't ask for. Protection he didn't.
Protection against you yourself.
I mean, and if you know it, that's how the mob works. They are the threat that they come to offer you protection from. So they're really just threatening him. It's a shakedown
and it's just crazy. It's unfortunate, and I feel like as a Manchester United fan and somebody who wanted Pogba to excel at Manchester United, you can sort of see the parallels between his on and off form and the kinds of issues that are happening behind the camera. It is very likely that these issues are lingering issues. These things have been happening, for years. Yeah. And imagine when a player has these kinds of issues to battle with at home. How do you expect him to perform on the pitch when he's training? He's just coming back from a house where somebody literally just stole £200,000 from him. He will play, he will train, he will injure. Do you get me? So these kinds of things are some of the reasons why we're seeing, or some of the reasons why we saw an unsuccessful Manchester United spell for Paul Pogba. And in fact, he actually mentioned Pogba's time at Manchester United, and he called it catastrophic
He was just throwing shade. He said his documentary was trash. He said his new agent
although that documentary was...
I didn't watch documentary. But I feel like this is these are the type of situations you hear because a lot of these footballers come from low-income neighborhoods and environments. So because Paul Pogba made it out, like a lot of Paul Pogba's friends are hood guys, and you get this with the Brazilian players that they have friends that are in jail, and this isn't the first time we've heard this with French players as well, from French players that come from impoverished neighborhoods. So they have friends that want more that can, and at the end of the day, like Paul Pogba can't feed the whole streets, and when you have money, some people are gonna want more than you get. It's just
definitely
it comes with the territory.
It's just really unfortunate.
But yeah, our thoughts are with the Pogba family. We would have hoped they could have resolved the issues outside the limelight, but hopefully it can come to a speedy resolution.
Conclusion at the end of the day, I think so too.
But moving on to the football, less on the drama and the theatrics. Let's actually talk about football. And this week, I think we should kick it off in La Liga because El Clasico might be back. And yeah, so that's going to lead us to our question of the day. Who do you think is going to win La Liga this season? Barcelona or Real Madrid? Or someone else, to be honest.
So the thing is, I like how you said El Clasico might be back because both teams seem to be on it this season.
I mean, Madrid have been on it, so then Barcelona coming back to the party.
Exactly, but I do not think Barcelona have it in them this season to go far in the Champions League or to win the La Liga.
So who do you think is going to win?
I definitely think Real Madrid will win.
Why do you think Madrid though?
I think Real Madrid have it all, figured out. They are coming off a very successful season last year. Yeah. They still have majority of the squad that did it for them last season, and they have a relatively, a somewhat refreshed midfield that seems to be up for it. They still have the experience of Modric and Kroos. Even though they lost Casemiro, they have very, very able hands to cover, for missing Casemiro in Tchouaméni and Camavinga. So, and their defense also is basically the same, setup from last year. And so, Ancelotti still looks like he has it in him, to go far with the squad. So I think for those reasons, the stability and everything, Benzema still looks like he wants it this season too.
Still very
and so Vinicius Junior is there still. It just looks like, a perfect concoction for Madrid.
Yeah, it does look ideal for Madrid to go again. But yeah, like you mentioned, the Lewandowski factor I think is a great factor. Lewandowski looks like he's come to La Liga and it's just business as usual for him. And it's what you expect from a top-class striker. He scored a brace in his last two matches and he's just gobbling up chances the way he normally does. And he's not the only one that's shining at the moment. Like the Barcelona attack is, I think it can give Madrid's attack a run for his money this season. And I was even thinking about Pedri. Pedri got a great goal yesterday. But when you look at the likes of what Rafinha is doing over there, he's balling out of control. A great assist last night. Ousmane Dembele is balling out of control. When Dembele is not playing, they bring in Ansu Fati is balling. So Pedri is balling, Gavi is balling, Frankie de Jong, it looks like he's going to stay, so they're going to bring him back into the fold. Busquets looks like he wants to go again. The defense, I think, probably where they can be got at.
Yes.
But, the defense isn't great at the moment, but I think they might score enough goals to
cover for their defensive
they might be able to score enough goals because they're creating a lot of chances at the moment. So yeah, I won't write out Barcelona. Let's keep an eye on them.
Yeah, definitely. I think Barcelona will end up in and around, but I think at the end of the day, Real Madrid might edge it.
To be more competitive than the last few seasons.
I think so too. But like you said, El Clasico might be back, and I think
that's a fixture to watch. Benzema versus Lewandowski.
Both attacks.
Who do you think wins the Golden Boot?
For the fact that Benzema also likes to help Vinicius, he gives assists. He doesn't always play out and out 9 throughout. You get me? But Lewandowski is the target man, for Barcelona. So I think maybe Lewandowski might edge Benzema in the race for Golden Boot.
Fair enough. We'll see how it goes there. So back to the Premier League, which is, I guess, kind of like our home league. Our teams are in the Premier League.
Right.
There's been a new record signing. I guess it's the most expensive signing of this window, probably across Europe, actually. The most expensive signing in Europe this season looks to be over the line. Antony from Ajax to Manchester United. Another Ajax boy.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is whether this will be a hit or a miss. So you guys let us know in the comments and you'll hear from us now.
Yeah, definitely. So this transfer is something that has dragged on for the longest. Ajax held out. And it was not just about Antony's abilities for Ajax. It was about Manchester United having taken one of their major centre-backs in Lisandro Martinez. They also lost one or two other players to the transfer window. And now you want to buy Antony that was a major part of last season's setup for them. So if they are losing such, another big name, they need to, the bank account has to account for it. So that's the reason why they decided they needed to get a lot of money so that they can replenish what they missed out on. So I think that for Ajax, it's a major hit. I don't think he's worth 85 million pounds. I do not think he's worth 85 million pounds. He's more or less like the F2 twins. He's just very skillful. Just racking up highlights reels. But for Manchester United, I feel with Ten Hag, he's getting an attacking player that he really likes. And Manchester United have showed that they still have problems creating chances. In the first 2 games this season that Manchester United played, they lost both games. They struggled to create chances. Even though they struggled across the whole team, there were problems creating chances. They created a lot of chances against Liverpool, but that seemed to be a one-off because against Southampton again, they had 1 or 2 good chances, but you could tell that there was still something missing in the attack. So if Erik ten Hag is able to get Antony in that fray and he works as a creator like he used to, at Ajax, because he's not prolific. He's not a prolific goal scorer. And so yeah, I think that would be a hit. But it's a Manchester United side that is filled with that has not too many technically gifted players, and they just tend to dumb down the ability of players that join the squad. So I feel like it's iffy for me. I'm not really convinced about that one.
Because I understand why Ajax demanded lots of money, because first of all, you wasted the time. I guess you could have wrapped it up earlier. It's obvious that the pressure from the fans is what has gingered Manchester United to go back into the market. And Ajax can see that, like everybody always sees in Manchester United, that there's
some sort of desperation there, yeah.
Yeah, so you can rack up the price there. So I understand why Ajax have done that. For Ajax, obviously, it's a smashing
massive hits.
This is why Ajax, clubs like Ajax, Dortmund, and co play. For United's point, I think it's a miss. And I think it's a miss because it's further evidence of how United over the last, 10 or so years have just been terrible in the transfer market. Like, Antony is a good player and he will add to your squad. And yeah, it might be a good enough addition to squad, but I feel like the amount of money spent on him is that's just not his market value. Like, considering that in this inflated market, blah, blah, that we talk about, just in January, Kulusevski moved to Tottenham for about £40 million. And now no player in Premier League has racked up more assists than him since he got there. Luis Diaz just moved to the Premier League for £40 million. So this is not the going rate for a tricky winger for one of those leagues. But yeah, he's a good player. I like him. He's very quick. He's got a good left foot. He can score goals. You hope he'll score a lot more goals, because I feel like United actually need goals more so than another skillful player. And I feel like that money could have been, I saw you were linked to Victor Osimhen. I feel like maybe if you spent 100 million on Victor Osimhen, I feel like that would still have been a lot of money, but that's around what, like Darwin Núñez was around 80 million, and that's goals. You're paying for goals. But to spend 100M on some step overs and some exciting turns, I don't know, man. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I think it's very unfair for you to just rubbish that transfer solely based on, Darwin Núñez.
No, I'm not rubbishing it. I said he's a good player.
Darwin Núñez as well.
And that's my point. I feel like if you spend that's around the going rates for a goal scorer in a league. Like Osimhen went for around £60 million. Like Darwin Núñez is £64 million before add-ons. Vlahovic went for around £60 million. Because like it's goals. And I just feel like, I feel like if you spend that money on Osimhen, I still have thought it's still a lot of money and inflated, but at least it's goals. At the end of the season, you can see 20 goals. But to spend that much money it has to either be your top goal scorer or look like your best player. You can't just come and be like Sancho. You can't just be in and around the squad, like rotating. Like, you need to now become that guy from, like, you have to be digging Manchester United out of holes. Like, we're not winning a match, you cut in and do something. Like, you need to be that guy. And yeah, we'll see. He's a very young player. He's Brazilian, so
22.
They have promise.
Yeah, let's see how.
So it could go. It could go. It was an exciting week in FPL terms, actually.
Yeah.
Quite a few things happened.
With the FPL teams, during the last episode, we talked about getting Trent out. That might have been a massive mistake.
If you did that, sorry, man.
If you did that,
I did it as well, Charles. So you guys can.
I did it too.
I mean, so.
But yeah, Trent went and silenced his critics. In fact, the whole Liverpool went and silenced critics, scoring 9.
A wounded animal.
Scoring 9 goals against Bournemouth. And but interestingly, Salah did not score.
Yeah, that's another big piece of FPL news, because obviously Salah is usual suspect for the captain's armband for most people. And yeah, for Liverpool to be involved in 9 goals.
9 goals.
He not only
Salah,
didn't score,
he did not assist.
He didn't get an assist either. And yeah, that's exciting. It's interesting to see. As a Liverpool fan, though, I kind of like to see that because I don't like the over-reliance on one player. I like to see that, that everybody in the team can spread it around. And I also like to see that Salah wasn't grumpy about it. Maybe that new salary is to make you happy. So, yeah, he was happy for everybody, and sure. Yeah, good day out.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like managers that had Mo Salah and hoped that, captained him against the Brentford side, that you would have expected that they would win in the first place.
When the match is like 5-0, like, okay, yes, Salah's going to get something.
You get. So it was just unfortunate for those managers. I did not captain him. I captained somebody else. So of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold, he did the business. But interestingly, Shopsy was here during the last episode ranting. Like, he went on a major rant about Liverpool and their chances this season, especially going major hard on the ownership of Liverpool. But now, what do you think? Having won 9-0, do you think Liverpool is back?
I feel like, well, speaking about my rants, as in going back to my rants and the things I was saying and things that we needed, I think I've been more than vindicated by the comments Jurgen Klopp has come out and said since then. By the comments that Van Dijk said, the players are even coming out to say, they're saying exactly what I said. They say, yes, these kids are good, they're nice, but we need more midfielders. This is the engine room of the team, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know, maybe someone played my rants for John Henry. I don't know, maybe the ass popped up on his child's IG and one or two decisions happened. Right. But yeah, I feel it was a great result, obviously. What I need in my team, like, it's hard to say this after you just win 9-0, but the way we scored the goals, like, it was good, it was great, but I think it was a poor bomb offside, and I feel like I still need a midfielder that can create, and because all our goals come from wide, like they were set piece goals, like there were only a few of those goals were actually like link up plays, like so I still need a Thiago profile player, and now it's great to hear that Klopp has said that he knows he needs a midfielder. I hope that 9-0 doesn't change their mind, but yeah, let's see.
Okay. Yeah, I hope the 9-0 changes their mind, and I hope that they stick with those old legs in midfield, Milner, Henderson, and Thiago Alcantara.
Thiago is good enough. Thiago is same age as Casemiro now.
And let's see. Let's see how it pans out.
Thiago can stay fit. I mean, Pogba should ask his beach doctor to rub something with Thiago. If Thiago stays fit, we're back. We don't need to sign, bro.
Yeah. But still back on the FPL conversation. One player that we mentioned that everybody should look out for now, and that's a major option in Arsenal. Martin Odegaard. Look at getting Odegaard in your team. He's one of those ones that are relatively affordable and seem to be in and among the goals and the
everything
assists.
is going through him at the moment. Last weekend was a masterclass in that second half. He got the goal. It was the equalizing goal, I believe, before Gabriel got
and he got maximum bonus points.
Obviously,
bonus points.
Yeah, it's like that captain armband has really taken up a level for him. He's looking like he might be the asset to get in Arsenal at the moment.
Definitely.
He might be the asset. Still on FPL, bad news for St. Maximum owners. He went off the weekend before, got a goal this weekend, but then limped off injured. I think you had Maximum.
Yeah, but just to allay your fears, St. Maximan is not recorded as injured on the FPL platform just yet. Of course, we know he does that from time to time when he hobbles off and then he comes back and plays, in the next game because he's fit. So that's just one to look out for. But if you have enough cover in your midfield, if you have other,
you can just be a sub thing.
You can just sub him.
Also, FPL, remember the midweek fixtures this week. Don't just wait till. And the fixtures start tomorrow. So do your team Tuesday. I don't know, 7 p.m. or there. I'll do it by 5 p.m.
Yeah, definitely.
And speaking on Tuesday's midweek fixtures, remember and never ever forget, you can bet on all Premier League games, all La Liga games, all Serie A games, all the top 5 league games. On BetWinner, you get great offers, you get instant cash outs, they create the accumulator for if you're feeling a little lazy. They've got the Thursday special and a whole lot of great stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, make sure you check out BetWinner, follow them on all their platforms to stay in the loop.
Yeah, definitely. And if your birthday as well is tomorrow and you bet tomorrow, you get birthday bonus.
Exactly. Who doesn't love a birthday present?
Right.
Safe. Thanks for having us.
All right. Bye.